It's my new opener. I call it the Air Raid. What do you guys think? You guys into the Air Raid? I know I am. Welcome to Arguments and Grievances, Comedy Debates. This is our monthly comedy debate show here at the Vine Street Pub. My name's Kevin O'Brien. I'll be your host this evening. You guys doing well? You enjoying the fall all of a sudden, huh? You guys back in school, huh? Huh? What year is it for you guys? You guys like sophomores or freshmen? Yeah, no, everybody's clearly either has a master's or better in this room right now. Nobody's still in school. I've been out of college for 5 years now, and I've had the privilege of going to a college party last week for the first time since I got out of school. And I'm 27, I don't feel like an old dude, but when I was at this college party, I immediately felt like I was 80 years old. Just like, anybody got a wine cooler for old Kev, Bartles and James? I would not feel very comfortable. There's a lot of dubstep music that was playing as well. I do not know what that is, but I do know, well, there's somebody that's way younger than me, because there's nobody over the age of 25 that thinks that's good. That's just a fact. It's strange sounds, and it's not music. Now get off my lawn, is what, all right. But if you couldn't tell by that display, I'm not a hip swinging kid for the college age crowd. And I was really uncomfortable at this college party, so I did what I normally do in this situation. I just made a little game out of it. Feel free to play this if you're ever in this situation. I call it Mimic the Slut, and it works perfectly. All I did was just stay 5 feet behind the sluttiest girl I could find at the party, and I did everything she did the entire night. I was just going around like, oh, I'm majoring in women's studies, and where's the Jaeger? Woo, woo! There's a lot of wooing going on. So I think that's a mating call of a college sophomore. I'm not too sure. It was a lot of fun, though. Me and my friends had a great time. We were all laughing until about 2 in the morning when I blew 3 dudes in the bathroom. And then you don't want to mimic the slut all the way. Or maybe you do. Or maybe you do. I had an eventful half month thus far. I moved in with a lady for the first time. A woman that I'm actually sleeping with instead of just hoping to sleep with. Also, if you have a hot roommate, you better be very sure when you make that move. That's just from my own experience. You don't want to cross that line because you can't go back from that one. I moved in with my girlfriend, and neither one of us works a real job. We're both kind of like bohemians with cell phones. That's kind of like what we got going on, kind of hip swinging bohemians. But I've been doing various forms of squatting for the past 6 years. Just me and my dog are essentially like hobos, but we're just too charming to actually get kicked out on the street. So now I got to like teach my girlfriend how to be poor for the first time in her life. It's like an inverse Pygmalion or something like, just like, oh, good afternoon, my lady. Today we'll be going to the Jimmy John's and getting day-old bread, and then going to the Shell station next door and having condiment sandwiches. Oh, don't worry, we'll retire back to the futon with blunts and 40s. We saved all that money on not buying meat today, so retire to the futon with me, my lady. That's actually how I asked her to move in with me. Retire to the futon, my lady. And she said yes. And now we're never getting married. That's how that works. Like I said, I felt old at this college party that I was at recently, but I'm not old at all. My dad, however, is starting to seem old for the first time in his life. And my dad's not even an old dude. He's 52. But it's just like little things I've noticed have just been like total old man stuff. Like he's started bragging about his health recently. And he's not even a healthy guy. The bar has just been lowered so much that he just keeps going, you know, for a smoker, got pretty good lungs, doing pretty all right. He's got a picture of his colon up on the fridge like it's an award from a chili cook-off. Like he's like, look at that thing. Look how clean that colon is. And also, I was at his house last month, and I looked on his DVR. The only thing he had on his DVR was 75 reruns of MASH. And that is... And it's like he doesn't know that it's always on all the time. He's just hoarding them up for some reason. Oh, man. And he also works out at an airport in the small town where I grew up. And it just happens to be right next to this world-class golf course. And so a couple of times a week, he'll go out there and just work for a few hours to keep paying half of my rent for me. And so it's next to this golf course, all these like big celebrity types come into this rinky-dink airport. So my dad has seen some of the biggest celebrities in the world and never gets fazed by it. Like Jack Nicklaus, met Tiger Woods, not impressed, obviously. In fact, my dad referred to Tiger Woods as a quote-unquote dingbat. That is not impressed. He called me on Wednesday And he was so excited because he got starstruck for the first time in like 5 years working at this airport. He's like, hey, you got a second, buddy? And I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, I don't get starstruck. I don't get, but today I got a bit starstruck, I got to admit. And I was like, well, who came into the airport? He's like, you won't believe it. It was Jamie Farr. For those of you under the age of 45 years old, Jamie Farr played Colonel Klinger in MASH. And of course, me being a smartass, I was like, was he wearing a dress? And my dad's like, no, he's dressed real nice. Bob Eubanks, on the other hand, was dressing like some 22-year-old. And I was like, wait a second, from the Newlywed Game, Bob Eubanks? He's like, yeah, they were coming into town together. And I was like, all right, so first of all, Bob Eubanks is still alive, and he's friends with Klinger from MASH, apparently. And my dad's like, oh, Bob Eubanks probably's got some prostate issues because he ran straight to the bathroom when he got off that flight, though. I figure you got prostate issues. You probably shouldn't be wearing skinny jeans. But what do I know? I'm not one of these Hollywood types. That's what he said. And so after he regales me with his encounter with Jamie Farr, who he said had, quote, the biggest nose I ever seen in my goddamn life, he's like, all right, well, sorry, I just had to tell somebody. I was just so excited. I got to go. All right. See. Oh, by the way, your grandma just went into emergency surgery an hour ago. Got to go, and hung up. Yeah, so apparently my nanny needs to get a few more credits before she's worthy of my dad to tell me this story. Okay, you guys follow me on everything up to that. That seems odd. Don't worry, it's not like she died. Actually, you guys, I want to dedicate tonight's show to my grandma. She's fine. It's rotator cuff surgery because she really wants to pitch in the big game on Wednesday. So, all right, that's my time. You guys ready for this debate show or what, huh? You don't want to hear me talking about my family? They don't even want to hear that. We got a great show for you guys tonight. If this is your first time here at the debate show, what the hell it took you so long? We've been doing this almost 3 years. It's a lot of fun. Secondly, welcome. I probably should have opened with that. I guess my dad's not the only one that has trouble opening strong. The comedy debate show we do is we get some very important topics, and we have the best comedians in town go head-to-head for 2 rounds. When their time's up, I'll ring the bell, and at the end of the rounds, you guys get to pick the winner, so you pay very close attention. In our first debate this evening, I'm excited for this one. Our first debate is length versus width. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of dick jokes, so prepare yourselves. On the side of length,